You're watching the Battered Fans Network.
The Herons are champs. Yeah. Roll south to Freedom Park, rocking pink and black. Official tissue in the 305, bounty full of greats. The Battered Fan with Chris and Dan dropping hot takes. Messi and the Herons start the season with a star on the crest, so 29 fan bases can cry, cause we the best. Sign homegrowns like Noah, Frey and Ruiz, replacing goats with greats. Yeah, Miles got the cheese and he called it. Freedom to dream was the backbone. From Lockhart to Miami, it feels good to be at home. Multiple times a week on YouTube and audio. Take the time to subscribe, like and share the show. So check and chat, grab your MLS cup and come in. No question about it, I'm ready to get a star again.
No question about it. I am ready to get hurt again.
Chris, the Herons are back. Welcome, everybody, to episode number 483 of the Battered Herons podcast. I'm your host, Daniel Granada, and alongside me is this black box. I'm not sure what happened to Chris. He was here a second ago, I swear, and he's still gone. So I guess I'll keep going without him. I'm not sure what happened to him, but I'm sure he'll join us in a moment. Obviously, you guys saw from the thumbnail, the question is overreaction. For some reason, there was a crazy overreaction to Saturday's game, and I'm wondering if maybe am I not seeing why I should be panicking? Justin Blair saying, I'm panicking. Are you panicking? I feel like a lot of people are panicking for some reason, and I just don't get why. Tino time. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm not sure why. Oh, Tino. Oh, yes. Tino Asprilla, of course. There you go. Shout out to you. And just chill. It's one preseason game versus Peru. Shout out to John Paul. And let me just hit you with yeah, so it is just one preseason game. But in all honesty, when I really started thinking about it, I don't think that you should panic. It is just one game. But there are probably a couple things that we should be considering and talking about because, for example, a week or two ago, I was telling you, we're putting all our eggs in this Allende and Silvetti basket. Allende, we don't know. Silvetti, good when we've seen him, but small sample size. I think it's not necessarily a concern, but it's something to kind of just keep in mind. And I think there's a couple things from Saturday that maybe, again, not concerning. You don't want to press the back. You don't want to press that panic button just quite yet. But maybe you want to discuss. Maybe there's something to it. Maybe there's something to it. Maybe there's a reason to maybe just be aware. Be like, let's keep a closer eye on this because this could be something. So again, absolutely no reason to panic. It's definitely, in my opinion, an overreaction. But there are some things that we should address and that maybe just keep an eye out for. So with all that said, 3.5 minutes into the episode, Chris, how are you doing, sir?
I mean, I don't want to say I'm in a full panic because I'm not, but I think that this is a great comment by AJ saying, I think it's just felt jarring after all our good signings. A lot of people, after seeing the signings that we did to make up for losing Busquets and Alba, I think we're on like this high because we're making up for these signings. You can't get equal, but you're getting good players, so you're expecting some good results.
Yeah, but when you look at the starting 11, Ayala would be, we assume, a starter, right? Even though we love Yannick, but we think Ayala is probably him. Right. I think he'll be a starter. He didn't play much of the game. We have Allende, we assume would be a starter, right? He was a starter all last year. Probably playing instead of Segovia. He didn't start. We have Berterame, which today was some weird stuff where he's like, oh, yeah, let me hang out with my family and then decide what I'm going to do. You're coming. You're coming. Shut up. Stop doing that. Don't play. So he's coming. Luis Suárez isn't going to be a starter. So that's another signing that we didn't really get to watch. Mikael, another signing that I think it might end up being the best center back of all the center backs we have. He also didn't play. Region, another one that we're like, ooh, how is he going to fit in for Jordi Alba? Well, we still don't know because he only played like 10 minutes. That's another signing that we didn't get to see. Mura got to play a lot of the game, but I don't think he was expecting to kind of just be thrown out there for so much. So again, a lot of signings, but like I don't think any of the signings had any chance to really perform outside of maybe St. Clair.
But I have a question here because Stancy's mentioning everyone should be concerned about Regilon, not this loss. Which, I mean, Stancy, you're 100% accurate with that statement. But is this not, I guess, a blessing in disguise in the sense of if Mikael comes in, we could see him fill in the CB role, have Noah Allen fill in at the left back role. A lot of us really think that Noah Allen is a pretty good left back. I'm not saying he's going to be equal to Regilon, but I mean, why not give the kid a chance to play a little bit on that left back area?
Yeah,
give that position a little competition.
And then Frijan Milord, Danny, I don't want to overreact, but do you really believe that Mascherano is up for the task? Can we really be a scary team? I don't want to really rate the team until I get to see them all playing together. And I think that's my biggest issue is that I want to see what this team looks like when they're at full strength and they've had a game or two, right? Before you start to rate them, because it does take some time to kind of build chemistry. They haven't even trained together yet. So we're still missing a lot of pieces. So we'll see. Now, on that note, real quick, when we're talking about Region and Noah Allen playing left back, like a lot of you guys know, we do an MLS show, and we've kind of built some good contacts throughout the league and the country. Yeah. So we reach out to a lot of people when we have questions, and they reach out to us. Today, we were contacted by some people from Houston, and they wanted our opinion on Franco Negri. Now, I haven't seen anything put out there, so I'm not reporting anything. But they were asking me about Franco Negri because they believe that Franco Negri is on his way to the Houston Dynamo. Now, I don't know if that's been reported officially anywhere, or is that just something that they heard and they're just trying to find out some info before it actually becomes official or whatnot. The only reason I bring this up is because we know Franco Negri pretty well. He was here before Jordi Alba got here. And my understanding, I mean, I was a fan of Franco Negri. I thought he did a great job over at left back, both in contributing the attack and defensively. If he's available, right? If he was available or is available, and look, Merlo reported Negri to Houston, so there you go. That's why they reached out to us then. If he was available, he's a great replacement for Region because he has the experience. I believe he has a green card, and yes, he played for San Diego FC last year. They declined his option for some reason, but he is a good left back in the MLS. He was playing very well before Jordi Alba got here. Obviously, once Jordi Alba got here, he lost his spot. But I think he would have been great if Region's injury is serious, which I don't know if it is or not.
Well, and nobody knows. Look, I mean, the question was asked. Cuban Rick is asking, is there any news about Region? Supposedly, there was supposed to be something breaking today.
He had his MRI like at 1 o'clock, my understanding.
Yeah, but that's it. Like, I mean, we were supposed to have answers of some sort of what's going on with it. And all we know is, okay, he went to Baptist Health. That's it. And
I'm sure something will break tomorrow, probably.
And speaking of Negri, it says, you know, Sean Callan saying he started the season for them. He did. And he played well for them. He played well for Inter Miami before Messi. Like, for those of you that are watching, that were watching before Messi, Franco Negri at some point was the strongest push in terms of like our offense on the left side. So Negri is good. He played good defense. He's a beast, willing to get physical. And I don't know. It would have been nice to have him back.
And Rwando is officially gone. My understanding is that officially he won't be coming back, even though we kind of figured that he wasn't coming back. Even though some people were saying that he would, he's officially gone. That's not happening. So, good luck to Obando, wherever he goes next.
Obando can go Robando somewhere else.
I mean, yeah, I think he's still part of Atletico Madrid's team. Technically, they'll probably loan him out somewhere else now, but he's still technically an Atletico Madrid player.
I'm sure he'll get a contract somewhere. He'll get loaned somewhere. I mean, he's young. There's some sort of something there. So
if somebody were to ask me, what type of if he's a poacher, is he fast? Can he finish? Can he create?
I don't know.
We have no idea. We really just never watched him. It's wild.
Yeah.
Just never got to watch him.
See, SPM is saying Toto out too. I mean, that's official. That's official tissue. He went to Montreal. Yes.
And Amy Rodriguez, Danny, and Chris. The important thing is that Region is okay. Yeah.
Is he?
Let's wait and see.
He walked off, so that's good.
If he had the MRI today, I'm assuming we'll find out tomorrow, Wednesday, the latest. So we'll see. But Ovando is a
false player
instead of a false 9. So yeah. So when you're looking at this team and what we saw on Saturday, again, you can't overreact. You can't think too much because of the fact that we didn't see the actual squad, right? Even Region barely played.
Yeah.
But there are a couple things that I think are a cause for an eyebrow raise. One of them being, we've been calling for the 4-3-3. We got the 4-3-3. The 4-3-3 did very well for us. The midfield was well suited in that 4-3-3. We lost the ball. We had somebody back to try to recover. 4-4-2 just doesn't seem to work for us. On Saturday, there was no such thing as a midfield. You had Segovia, Silvet, basically 4 forwards pushing up. You had Bright and DePaul out in no man's land in the midfield. And as soon as there was a turnover or what was the name? Alianza got the ball, it was off to the races. We're still playing that extremely high line where players are forced to get back in position. And St. Clair was just put in bad spots over and over again. So the midfield is a problem if you're going to be playing that 4-4-2, in my opinion. And that is just one of the concerns that I had off of Saturday. Again, I'm not like overreacting, but that is something like, oof. I hope that once we have the correct personnel, we switch this up and go back to the 4-3-3.
Well, and speaking of personnel, Enrique here in the chat saying, please learn how to pronounce the names of these Spanish players. You're complaining about the broadcaster the other day. You're not any better. And he also said, I have zero ball knowledge. Now, Enrique, if you could...
What player did we mispronounce?
I guess Sergio. I'll say his first name because I don't know how to say his last name. I thought it was Region, but then people were saying it's not double I-yon, it's Lon. And that's how it's said in many other broadcasts. So, Enrique, if you can enlighten us, how is it? Like, spell it out with syllables and everything. I'd love to know.
I was just going based off of you.
I mean, that's what I've heard in the broadcast. Rehulon. That's how it said. Rehulon.
All right. So the midfield I thought was no bueno. It was
awful.
Thinking back to that game, look and think, all right, there is a cause for concern somewhere. Even though we're not going to overreact, is there cause for concern anywhere? When you think about Saturday's game, does that cross your mind at all?
So it's weird because we can't put too much concern because there are players that are missing. We're missing Allende. So that would raise a question on whether Silvetti would go to the left, the Segovia stay to the left. You have the midfield where you have Ayala who would actually be inserted instead of Yannick Bright. Or would it be a 4-3-3 where you have a Yannick Bright or you have a Segovia? So that's kind of an issue. It's hard to sort of say whether there was something wrong or not. According to this lineup, 4-4-2, yeah, it was absolutely awful. Danny?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to read the breakdown of how to pronounce Region. Region. So
I don't even know what to do with this one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Regilon. So, I mean, I think I said it right. Regilon.
Yeah. All right. So, in the 4-3-3, I don't think Bright starts. I think that it would be David Ayala. He's the one that, obviously, of all the players that you have, he is nowhere near Busquets, but he's the only one that could probably give you something like a Busquets just because of his playmaking and creativity from the deep midfield. Go ahead. Go. Reward.
Yeah, that's perfect. Josh says, let's just call him Injury Own. That's perfect.
Sorry, that distracted me and I lost my train of thought. The 4-3-3. So I don't think Bright starts in there. Now, another thing that was a cause for concern from Saturday. Remember, what was it? 2 or 3 weeks ago, we were having a conversation. Who's going to be missed more, Alba or Sergio Busquets? And we did a poll, and the majority said Jordi Alba. You also said Jordi Alba. I thought Sergio Busquets. And I think after watching Saturday, Sergio Busquets is going to be a bigger loss than people realize. In the attack, defensively, obviously, it's a step up, right? Because he was terrible, he was slow. But in the attack, when teams press us high, you're automatically thinking like, find Busquets. Find Busquets. Busquets will get us out of this press and build the play up from the back.
Yeah.
We don't have that option anymore. Like, you're not looking for Yannick Bright to give you that, you know? So on Saturday, obviously, you're not looking for him.
That's why DePaul was down so back.
And he generally doesn't play that far back, or he won't be playing that far back. So David Ayala is going to have to be that guy. We haven't seen it yet. But if Yannick Bright, which he probably won't, right? We both agree David Ayala is going to start. But if Bright were to start, that would be terrible because we have no outlet for our center backs or our fullbacks, because Sergio Busquets would basically drop back as a third center back to help break the press. He would create and start to play from the back. And Ustari and who else? And Rocco, they didn't have to worry so much about playing with the ball at their feet because they would just lay it off to a center back, and the center back would find Sergio Busquets, and we were off to the races. This year, I mean, I guess I'm jumping off to another point, but St. Clair isn't good with his feet.
No way.
We talked to people from Minnesota when this first happened. We had them on the show to talk to us about him, what to expect, and they said he's not good with his feet. And everybody says, hey, if you're not good with your feet, you're not going to be good with this Inter Miami team. That's why Drake doesn't work here, blah, blah, blah. Now, we didn't see a lot of him passing out of the back. The few times that I didn't think that he looked crisp or accurate with his passes. Noah Allen had to track back to try to catch up to some of those passes because they went wide. Now, I wouldn't say he's terrible, at least not yet, because the sample size is one game, right? Like, I know we've watched him play, but like,
it was bad.
When I was watching Minnesota play last year, like, I wasn't like focused in like, oh, let me see how he distributes the ball, right? When they're playing for Inter Miami, I pay a little closer attention. Small sample size, but from the little bit that I saw, distributing the ball, I thought was not good. Now, if you can't distribute the ball as a keeper, and your outlets are Falcon and Mikael, which Mikael, my understanding is that he's decent with the ball, and then you don't have a Sergio Busquets to save you, we might be facing some trouble when teams press us high, because we need David Ayala to give us what Sergio Busquets gave us as an outlet.
And I want to mention a comment here, because Pedri is saying if Ayala doesn't come through, Messi would have to drop deep like Harry Kane does at Bayern, which I don't think so, because you saw a lot of RDP, Rodrigo de Paul coming down. So I think Rodrigo de Paul knows he has to come back because he's the more composed player.
Okay, and look,
and I want to mention something, Bright has gotten better, but that doesn't mean that he's the best fit for that.
He's gotten better, but like, I wouldn't want him to be that guy.
No, I wouldn't want him to manage that either. No.
Just because he's gotten, because he was bad and now he's better. But I wouldn't want him to be there. Now, as far as Rodrigo de Paul, his nickname is El Motorcito, right? He's the motor, right? His engine, he has a lot of energy, blah, blah, blah. I've never thought of him as somebody that can create from the back line. And like Sergio Busquets, I believe, led the league in passes into the final third from his position. You can't expect that from Rodrigo de Paul. At least I don't think so. So I need David Ayala to kind of be that guy. I don't know if he is. I'm hoping he is. I think Rodrigo de Paul is a great box-to-box 8, but I don't see him necessarily assisting in breaking that press. I don't.
I have a question. Mike V saying the issue is that Bright and RDP play the exact same position. Do they? Like, maybe structurally for Mascherano they do, but I think that their play styles are a little different. I don't think that.
No, I think Bright is a true CDM, right? Where
Yes.
he's just back there and waiting to intercept balls, cut off passing lanes, pressure in the midfield, assist in the back line. Like, he is that guy. Rodrigo De Paul will assist defensively, but he is connecting the back line to the forwards. And I think that he can do that well. I just don't think he can do it well from deep in the midfield. I don't think that he's that guy. But we'll see. Go ahead.
Can I mention something? I got to give a lot of credit to Soccer Daddy, okay? Because Soccer Daddy is a huge Messi fan, huge Barcelona fan, and actually has given it the best push to understand Inter Miami, the team that Messi is with, and know holistically all the players and the way that the game is played in this league. And I got to give you, Soccer Daddy, and a lot of other people credit that do that. Come here and actually find the information and watch the games and know how some of these players are, aside from all the other people that are just like, Messi's here and that's all that exists. So shout out to you, and shout out to all of you who are watching and falling in love with this team of Inter Miami.
Francisco put it exactly like I've been trying to say. Bright is a 5 and Rodrigo De Paul is an 8. I think that then that's how it is. The thing is that whether it be a 4-3-3 or 4-4-2, it ends up lying as a double pivot, because that's kind of how they line up instead of having the single pivot. But look, in my perfect world, I would have a 4-3-3 where Bright is the single pivot, and then you have Segovia and De Paul running as your dual 8s. That's what I think would be a great midfield. But then you end up having to push Messi out wide, and I don't know, things just kind of, you could do a 4-4-2 diamond. You could do that also.
But it's true though. Like, I mean, King is asking, do you think we're keeping the 4-4-2 when Berterame and Allende joins the 11? I don't think so. I honestly think that maybe we're playing the 4-4-2 because Mascherano doesn't want to throw his cards on the table yet. And starting the season, he's going to go 4-3-3. I mean,
maybe look, we don't have the personnel to do it right now. And maybe when we do, maybe when Allende comes back, maybe that changes. And AJ saying you're right, Danny. At Atleti, RDP was at best connecting midfield to the final third. He had Koke to do the deep line work. So, yeah, and look, I like it. We're putting a lot on Ayala. I think Ayala is going to have a lot of responsibility, and he's going to be like that unsung hero. Like, I hate saying Busquets because that's not what I'm expecting, but you know how Busquets was like the linchpin of this team, right? So much importance, and people still say that Jordi Alba over Busquets because what he does isn't really seen. But when he's not there, you feel it. And I think that Ayala has to be that. Like, the player that has that position is going to be so intricate and so important on this team because there's a lot of work that goes into connecting that back line into our forwards.
See, I could see something like this, Danny. Heja is putting 4-3-3 with Messi at false 9 and Berté and Allende and / Silvetti on the wings. This I could see with a 3 in the back of Rodrigo De Paul, Ayala, and Segovia. If Segovia doesn't have to contribute as much defensively and you keep him in the middle, I think that would be fantastic. I'll take him over Bright.
Yeah, I don't think Messi. Now that we have Berterame as a DP, I think he's going to be a striker. Look, all we could do is go based off of what other. Because I mean, if anybody in the chat is a Monterrey fan, then I'll.
But he's a goal. That's all we know.
I'll listen to what you're saying. But we had Eddie from Los Rayados, the podcast that covers Monterrey. Like that's the squad. Like they cover every single game. We asked him, what could we expect? And if you haven't already, check it out. It was 2 weeks ago. I recorded that episode like at 1 a.m.
Yeah,
and
I remember
he broke down what you could expect from him, and he isn't somebody that's necessarily going to create for others. He's not a finisher. He is a finisher. He gets the ball, he will finish. But I don't know about him playing out wide and working his way in, and I don't see that.
And Mike B is trying to pin this. He wants people to pay attention. He says next game if RDP and Bright play together, pay close attention. They're in the same space, which means you don't have a sharpshooter at the 5 spot like Busquets.
Sean Callahan here is killing dreams right here.
But Terame may not come. This is turning out to be exactly what he did to the 2 other MLS teams.
The 2 other MLS teams that he's referring to, Portland and Cincinnati, which I didn't hear that he got that close. This is the first time I hear, Tom Bolger actually come out and say, like, hey, this is happening. So we'll see.
Well, I mean, that would be great. He's a goal. Betarame is a goal.
But you know what? If that doesn't happen, I'm not necessarily extremely upset. I want him for the now. I want him for the reason that they signed him, because he's going to assist with the CCC. Right? So I think that he's great for the now, which is why if they get him, I'm not hating it, right? Hopefully he helps us get to the CCC. If for some reason he weren't to come, I wouldn't be necessarily upset about it either, because that just means that we salvage our DP spot, and let's see if we get a Griezmann, if we get a Lewandowski. Let's see what we get in the summertime.
Look, there's a comment here.
Oh shit, Allende is in the chat with his burner account.
Nice. Allende over every player on Inter Miami.
Saludos.
And SBC is saying, we are so thin in the midfield. It's depressing. Are we? Because if we have Rodrigo de Paul and Ayala, and the backups are Segovia and Bright and David Ruiz, like, are we really slacking in the midfield? I don't feel too uncomfortable in the midfield.
I think because over the last 2.5 years we've had Busquets, it's going to be a hard transition into not having Busquets. And I think that's ultimately what it's going to... But I'm just saying that's ultimately what it is. So, that's ultimately what it is.
But, of course, it's going to... Like, it's impossible. It's impossible to replace Busquets, Danny. How can we replace a guy like that? A mind like that?
You know what? Have hope. Just commented, DePaul is a touchline midfielder. He can't hang physically in the middle of the park. You know what's funny is that I always, when I'd watch Rodrigo DePaul, whether it be in La Liga or with the Argentine team, I always thought of him as a like really physical, like just get in your face, win the ball, like el motorcito, like it says the name says it all. The first time I saw him in person when he was down here, man, that guy looks so like frail. Like I was like when I saw him, I was like, man, this guy's really small. Like he's a lot thinner and skinnier. Like I was surprised when I saw him in person, how thin he was. And to his credit, he still can get physical, but yeah, he's not that
he's not a
unit physical. Nah, he's not a unit. Not a user.
So I mean, but he does show the effort. Like, and we saw it towards the end of the season. So I think he's definitely capable.
No, absolutely. No, he is. And I wasn't saying that he can't be. I'm just saying, like, when I saw him, I was surprised because I used to think like, oh, this guy's a machine. Like he's a motor. He's just banging in the midfield. And then when I saw him in person, I was like, damn, this guy is small.
Enzo Fernandez, I've seen he runs faster, but faster than McAllister. I thought RDP wasn't as fast as McAllister.
But I think they're saying that RDP isn't faster than them.
Oof. I don't know. A unit is like just a brolic body, Mark. Like a brolic body.
Who is he?
I don't know.
Well, look, I mean, Yannick Bright isn't a unit, but when you look at him,
Denke
when you look at Yannick Bright has some like some masa, like
he's got.
You can tell Yannick Bright can bump with the best of them. So
listen, even Benjamin Kremaki, he's kind of unit-ish.
He's a locomotive, yeah.
Yes,
but the thing,
I mean, we're not talking about like anything else. I'm just talking about like the physique.
Yeah. He's a beefcake for sure.
Perfect. Some
All right.
beef, Mark. Yes.
All right. Are we done talking about Saturday? I guess we'll close it off with this. And I think, and then Ayala is very small. Ayala is surprising.
yeah.
He's my height. He's 5'8".
Yeah, but he's a bulldog. He's a bulldog.
He
He's a
needs to be
dog.
like
He's a dog.
Nolo Kante. I look, Kante is one of my favorite players in the world. I used to love watching him when he played for Leicester City and Chelsea. All right. In the chat, I'm pretty sure I know what 99.9% are you gonna say, but just in case, just put in the comments overreaction, or I mean, how else do you say it, right? Is it an overreaction? Is everybody overreacting, or is there a reason to worry? So I guess worry or overreaction, one or the other. I'm assuming that everybody's gonna say overreaction.
Well, I mean,
You
I
can do
think
a
it's
poll.
easy.
I know, but
I think
it's such a pain. Doing a poll is a pain in the butt. You guys don't realize that. I have to like go to a bunch of different websites and stuff.
it's easy to say overreaction. It's the first game. And everybody is
Right.
saying overreaction. I guess you don't have to put the poll.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna put
Overreaction is somewhat the majority here.
Well, I said
You have some people with
99.9% because I figured Pedri might say worry, but everybody else overreaction. Yes, first game. So
Yeah. Well, it isn't, and look, Sub V is saying overreaction, but Benaldo fans are making funds.
and MLS fans in general also just expect
Yeah.
that. And any loss that Miami has, whether it be a friendly or a game, regular season, anything, expect everybody to come out of the woodworks. Wow,
mean,
Danny knows
Sean-
Conte played for Leicester City. That's actually surprising. Wow. What do you mean that's surprising?
Oh my gosh.
I watch ball.
I guess my lack of knowledge has like seeped into just the pure view of like we have no idea what we're talking about. Like, am I supposed to be watching like EPL since like I was 6 years old in order to know what I'm talking about with sports or soccer or football?
No. I think you've done a good job. And actually, oh man, I wish I would have gotten it. I'm not gonna look it up now. There's somebody else criticizing you for your lack of South American ball knowledge because you didn't know who Paulo Guerrero was. Chris is new to the sport. I think Chris has done a phenomenal job because some people come on here and they don't know something and they'll act like they know. Chris is genuine. Chris will tell you, I don't know and I'm learning. And I think that Chris has done a phenomenal job over the last 5 years in racking up some ball knowledge, whether you think that he's there at your level, whatever your level you're at or not. I think Chris deserves his respect because not only did he come on here not knowing the sport, he came on here to talk on the internet without knowing and openly put himself out there for you guys to talk shit to him. And I think that he deserves respect because I think Chris does a great job holding it down for all the new soccer fans that are scared to admit that they don't know what they're talking about.
I appreciate it, and I'm trying to get better. But then I got Pedri Potters here shooting strays at me. Soccer Daddy is saying Chris should watch Sunderland, and the only Sunderland I watch is Lost in Sunderland, which is with like a German team right now called Dordrecht. That is in no, it's actually in Eredivisie. I don't know what league this is. Listen, guys, I'm trying my best here. That guy just had a big head of hair. To me, he's a Falcone impersonator, and he blew 3 kicks in front of the goal in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, like he's 42 though, and like that's right up your alley, right? Because you love Kai Kamara.
I mean, if you're 42, you need to do better. No, you're right in front of the goal. You need to do better. My one-legged grandma could have kicked those goals in.
Did Danny try Pop-Tarts yet? No.
Gosh.
And shout out to Tommy. He was part of one of our La Ventanita episodes, the members only episodes we do in the morning when we drive to work. And Tommy joined us last week. And yeah, people were surprised to know that I've never tried a Pop-Tart before. But yeah, those shows are fun. If you haven't already, check. Well, I mean, if you're a member, check them out. It was fun. We had a conversation about what? Today we talked about Black Mirror.
Yes, and you talked about Sinners and
yeah, Sinners was okay. I haven't finished it yet. We talked about a couple of things today.
I don't know how to watch the Cuban Soccer League, by the way, Mr. Krabs. Haven't figured that out yet.
Is Danny even American? Call Trump.
What? You guys are sending ice after Danny?
I know.
Diabolical.
And although I am I rock my Colombian. I don't know if you can see it there. I've been wearing this since I was, I want to say 11. The same exact chain since I was like 11 or 12. I got this.
Wow.
Yeah. So
My chain broke when I was playing football at Black Creek.
oh no, when I play sports, I always take it off.
And I lost my pinky ring. I had a Jesus pinky ring that I loved fiddling with.
Where's a pinky ring?
It was nice. It was given to me as a gift when I was a kid, and I lost it playing football in a field. And I was gonna go out there with like a one of those like the magnet search things, the coin search things that people use at the beach.
And we need you guys to help us out in the chat. Just give us some topics that we usually talk a little Inter Miami, but we also just randomly go off on tangents. So if you have anything that you would like us to talk about on La Ventanita in the mornings, we're gonna come on tomorrow morning again at 8:15ish, 8:20ish, when we drop off the kids. So go ahead and make sure that you just let us know a couple fun topics to talk about. All right, Chris. So we're done with the preseason game. So let's just a couple other things that I wanted to bring up. Did you get the email about the Champions Cup game in March?
I used to shop, Mitch, at the flea market on US 1. If that answers your question. Yes, a metal detector, Tommy. Yes, Danny, I did get the email. I tried to jump on just to see how the sales were looking for the tournament, because I really don't want to go. I'd like to go, but under different circumstances. But I couldn't even get on. I couldn't even see the sales.
How come?
It just didn't load up for me. Ticketmaster asked for my code 74 times. I put it in. I almost got blocked, and I couldn't see what seats were available.
Hey, Chris and Danny, you doing the MLS show? We generally on Monday nights do the MLS show right after this at 10 o'clock. But we have a guest appearance on another show at 10 o'clock. So, to help them out, because they help us out when we need guests, we're going to put that away for at least another day. And today we're not going to do the MLS show. We're going to go help them out. But coming up, I want to say, is it next week already? We're going to be having our previews, right? On the MLS show, we're going to preview all 30 teams with 30 guests. So make sure that you look out for that if you are interested in the MLS. What's up? What's the show? They're not doing it live. They're recording. So if it was live, I'd tell you guys. But I know I'm so accustomed to doing live shows.
Anyway, and people are like, "Oh, let's pre-record." So,
all right, yes, all 30 teams. Last year, I did it without Chris. I did it by myself in 3 nights. I don't know if
that's because I wasn't here.
Yeah, if you guys didn't tune in, I did 3 nights. I went like 4 hours all 3 nights, and I had 30 different guests on in 3 nights. It was pretty fun, though. All right. Anyway, like I was talking, so the CCC. Now, the CCC is going to be the official last game at what at one point was Drive Pink Stadium, then Chase Stadium. Now, Chris, I don't know if when you were looking at your email, you noticed.
Yes, Inter Miami Stadium. Like,
I think I might go Chase
just
Stadium
based on that.
So we watched the final game at Chase Stadium because Chase Stadium is no more. So it will still be in the same location, but is no longer called Chase Stadium. It is now Inter Miami Stadium. So if you go in March, don't put in your little Google Maps Chase Stadium, because I don't know where it's going to take you, because that no longer exists. It is now Inter Miami Stadium for the very last game up in Fort Lauderdale when they play against either Nashville or Quebec City, I think it's the name, before they go over to Miami Freedom Park.
I want to mention, and keep that up for a second, but I want to mention this comment because a lot of people get it misconstrued or whatever. Josh is saying, I respect Chris, but I can't respect the fact he uses FIFA cards to determine a player's abilities. I want people to know it's a joke. Okay.
Yeah,
like I totally understand that these FIFA cards do not match the actual, level of athleticism and skill of a player. It's a joke. People play FIFA all the time, and you see the ratings there, and it's an easy way to be able to look at the ratings. But aside from that, the stadium, in reality, our last experience was the MLS Cup. If they were to give me the opportunity of buying $10 tickets to watch a game at Chase/Inter Miami Stadium, I don't think I would go. I want my last experience at that stadium to be winning the MLS Cup. That's where I started as a fan, and that's where I kind of want to finish in that stadium as a fan.
Real quick, I don't want to harp on this too much, but Reaper saying every FIFA player has done it at least once. I've done it too, Chris. Don't worry. When I see a player and I'm curious to see how fast he is, to me, I go there just to let's see if he's fast. So I haven't watched him play. Let's see if he's fast. So yes, that's going to be the final game. No longer Chase Stadium. It's going to be Inter Miami Stadium, and I'm with you. I like the last memory to be that championship moment.
Yes.
So I don't know. We'll see if we make it out there for that game, but I kind of like that. And then the last thing, we were talking about how we don't know if Miami Freedom Park is going to be ready in time, right? A lot of people are like, oof, it's still a lot to go. It's 2 months away. And I was like, yeah, maybe you're right. And then you're like, well, they build things pretty quickly.
Yes.
I am here to tell you there is no longer any excuse. There is no longer any excuse. And I'm going to tell you why. The WWE, for those of you that watch wrestling, they're going to have an event. I believe it's Saudi Arabia. Maybe somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't follow the WWE like I used to, but I believe it's in Saudi Arabia. The stadium, it's on Saturday, the event. The stadium that they're going to host the Royal Rumble in, and you imagine the Royal Rumble is a big event. It's going to be a huge stadium.
It's one of the biggest ones, yeah.
Right. Was non-existent January 1st, 2026.
And
I repeat.
Yeah.
January 1st, 2026, which was 26 days ago. That stadium did not exist. By Saturday, they will host a WWE pay-per-view event.
Oh, shoot. And do you know what it looks like or what it's planning on looking like? Woo. For those of you on audio, there's pictures here.
In 20 days, Inter Miami better be able to finish their stadium in the next 2 months.
That's like a legit location. I mean, those aren't Lego seats, right?
They have to be Lego seats. They can't actually do permanent stuff that quickly. Like there's no foundation to that.
So it's surrounded by Lego seats.
I would assume so.
Oh, but
it's still crazy though. Like, look at that. That's 20 days.
I mean, Mike V's saying it's all Lego stands, so it is Lego stands.
Yeah, it has to. It can't be like a real foundation to that. But still, I hope it doesn't collapse. But to do that in 20 days, like you got 2 months. Let's figure this shit out. On August 4th, I better be sitting in Miami Freedom Park.
Well, and Mark is saying the peeps over there have endless money to do that. Sean Callahan is claiming slave labor. So there's that.
Yeah, they probably have them working 24 hours for sure.
And Mike V is saying the Inter Miami Stadium is going to be done. The parking will be like the yellow lot for now. Listen, the parking structure looks more or less done. If you guys pass the airport, you guys can see it. I mean, the parking structure looks pretty good. Looks pretty close to being done. I'm sure they're going to have additional parking, like on the side on dirt roads.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's all we had for today. You should talk about the mascot. Is there a mascot? Do we have a mascot now?
Well, I mean, I think because a lot of people, watch other podcasts. Peter Brown and Uncle Ed talked about having a mascot. And remember, we had like the recyclable heron that was made out of like robot arms and recyclable goods. You don't remember that? No, hold on. Are you serious? You don't remember the robot Inter Miami mascot?
No.
This guy right here.
Apparently, this is now have a mascot. Oh yes, I remember that now.
Yeah. So I mean, there's people that are thinking that there's going to be a new mascot, a little bit more friendly. I don't know.
Don't we
I
still
mean, I
have
think
don't
it's
we still have
cool.
Blaze Matuidi?
He's somewhere around there, probably.
I
Yeah,
thought that
Blaze
was our
Matuidi has
mascot.
a. I mean, Blaze Matuidi has a new FIFA card. Maybe I should look that up and see, is that how good he is right now?
No mascot, no cheerleaders. You know what?
No,
I
I don't
hope
like
that they don't
cheerleaders.
bring a mascot. I don't hope they don't bring cheerleaders. I hope they just keep it the way it is. That I like. I like just keep it the way it is. I like the way it is right now. Any other things? Did anybody? I wasn't paying close attention to the chat. I don't know if anybody brought up anything we could talk about tomorrow on La Ventanita. I know that one of the things that we talked about was remember we were talking about our favorite snack when watching the game because I'm a man.
Yes.
I forgot what Tommy said he likes to eat when he's or chocolate milk.
Yeah, like
Tommy said he likes chocolate milk when he's watching the game. So, all right, well, I'm sure we'll figure out something to talk about tomorrow morning. So again, if you haven't already, make sure you join us for that. Chris, any final words? Because I think we're done.
Everybody's telling me what league I should start watching. I should watch the Trinidad and Tobago League, the Bangladesh League. I think I'm going to start off with like Syria. I think I might start with Syria.
No, start with the EPL or with La Liga.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, those are my two favorites to watch. Sliced bread. I haven't wanted to talk about this because I haven't had a chance to look into it. But MLS partnered with Polymarket, and a lot of people have been talking, like tweeting about it. And some people are like, "Oh, this is horrible," and some people, "Oh, this is great." And I don't know. I haven't had a chance to look into it. I don't even know what Polymarket is. So I rather not give my opinion because it's based on nothing because I don't even know what Polymarket is. But I have seen this going around. I don't know if you have anything to say about it, Chris, because I don't know.
Well, I mean, Polymarket is the world's largest decentralized prediction market platforms, founded in 2020. Users buy yes or no shares for a specific outcome, with prices representing the market's perceived probability. So I guess it's like stocks, but like simplified.
I don't know. Some people here in the comments are saying that it's a betting app.
I mean, it seems like it's like it's a prediction thing. It's kind of like that stupid Caltech or Klaus the green app with all the AI commercials.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kalshish. But yeah, it's basically like a betting thing where you kind of put money on something. Is this guy gonna wear red pants or not on Friday? And then you bet yes or no, and then based on what you pick, you make money. Kalshi. Yes, there we go, Sean. Thank you. It's kind of like Kalshi. You just bet on anything. Is it gonna rain today? Yes or no? You could just bet.
Okay. I believe you.
I mean, Mike V. Kazaa. This ain't a music platform.
Remember Kazam?
Isn't that Kazaa? Isn't Kazaa the app? I don't know about Kazam.
LimeWire, I remember
yes.
Napster was the first one. Remember Napster? And the uproar that started.
Yeah, I mean, you used to burn CDs. You were illegally making CDs, I remember.
Yeah, and selling them.
Yes, I remember,
and you know what was really bad? Is that I remember when the Eminem album came out, Marshall Mathers?
Yeah, I remember you killed it. You made a killing.
Yeah, I made a killing because I was selling it like 2 or 3 weeks before the album came out. But when the album came out, the version that I was selling everybody didn't include the Stan song.
That's crazy.
Everybody wanted their money back. I ain't giving you no money back, man. You got it was like 18 out of 19 tracks correct, man. You good.
Yeah, come on. Go get the other one. Buy the single.
Buy the single for Stan. That was a big song to miss, though.
That was.
All right, Chris, any final words?
No, man, that's it. Let's wrap this puppy up and catch us tomorrow in the morning if you'd like. If not, we'll see you later this week.
I'll give you some more Kazam LimeWire stories. All right. If you're listening on audio, appreciate you listening to the end. Please leave us 5 stars and a comment. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. And we will be back on Wednesday night. Bernie Illegal City, that's it. Call ice now. We'll be back on Wednesday night talking more into Miami. Looking forward to the Nacional game in Medellin, which is going to be huge as far as the atmosphere and everything going on. All the celebrities are going to be there. So looking forward to talking about that on Wednesday. And again, tomorrow mornings for La Ventanita. Join us on a car ride to work for 20, 30 minutes. So just got to become a member for that. So until the next one, have a good one.